Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2 coming to you tonight again from the garage for a little gun talk. And yes, I have my Henry X Series out. I've talked about the upgrades that I have done to this in some of my previous videos. But I thought I would show you two more additions, and I think this gun is pretty much complete. As you guys know, I put on the side rail panel and the quiver for the 357 mag 38 special rounds. And so I also wanted to put on a sling mount. So what I needed to do is buy another panel for this side because it has the QD slots right there. So I bought another panel that was relatively cheap. I think it kind of completes the stock. So now I'm in the market, I guess, for a good sling for this, a good 2-point sling. So I'm going to go down to my local gun store and see if I can find one. I also purchased the cheek riser right here, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the quality, and it makes running a red dot or some type of optic at a higher level a lot easier to see. And one of my viewers here told me it was going to be a worthy upgrade, and yes, it is. So my recommendation is if you get this stock from Ranger Point Precision, go ahead and spend the money and get the cheek riser. It's totally worth it, especially if you're going to run some type of red dot on it or a scope. You definitely need it. If you're just going to run irons, I don't think you do, but man, that thing made a huge difference. But I just wanted to talk about that. This is on the short list of guns I need to take to the range and do a range report on, but I might wait until my parents come to town to visit next month, because I know my dad loves lever action guns. He's always loved old cowboy movies, and I think I might wait to hold off until he's here, so he might have the honor of shooting this thing for the first time. So, but you guys will see a range report on this rifle eventually. All right, so let's talk about a couple things that are kind of on my mind tonight. The first thing is I'm kind of excited about tomorrow because there's a chance I'm going to meet one of my subscribers who's coming in from out of town. He messaged me and said, hey, I'm going to be in the DFW area, and I would like to meet you. My wife and I watch your content, and so I guess we're going to meet up at the gun club where I normally shoot. And so I think that's still on for tomorrow. He seems like a really nice guy. He always, messages me from time to time, and he's also commented on a lot of videos. So I won't say his name, but if I get to meet him tomorrow, I'll probably put him in a Texas Gun Vault 2 video. So I'm kind of excited about that. He made me feel really good. He said he actually just wanted to meet me. So whatever, it already kind of inflates my ego a little bit when somebody says that. But that's something that's kind of exciting because, I don't know. It is kind of weird because occasionally I do go to gun stores or gun shows, and people recognize me. I'll just be sitting there doing my own thing, looking at something. People come up and go, hey, are you the guy from the internet? I'm like, yeah, maybe. I don't know if they're a fan or not. But yeah, so that'll be a little bit exciting. And what else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. I was curious what you guys thought about some of the other content creators lately mentioning in their videos about YouTube commenters and people that watch their videos saying mean and nasty or annoying things. There are two other people, because sometimes when I talk about this on my channel, people will say, hey, I know that commenter got to you, or the comment bothers you, or whatever, and you should just ignore it and delete it. Normally I do. I don't even interact with people that are mean to me or say bad names, or call me bad names, or whatever. I normally just delete the comment if it's not cursing, but if it crosses the line, I just ban it from the channel. But I've noticed two of the channels that I do watch, Paul Harrell recently went off on a little bit, I think it was like in his frequently asked questions video. He was talking about people that say silly comments in his videos, or maybe it was something else he was talking about. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Or maybe it was a gun comparison video. But anyway, he was always trying to address people that say stupid stuff in the comments. And I could tell it really got to him. And I was like, as a content creator, I totally get it. And how people can be silly ignorant, or mean. Yeah, and I don't get why people do that. But tonight I was watching the Yankee Marshal. Now I know some of you guys don't like him. Now he is in my category somebody that sometimes gets it right, sometimes doesn't. But I try to listen to everyone's perspective on things, and he has a very different opinion on many things than others, and I think it's good for us to have these conversations and dialogue. I understand how he's pissed off a lot of people, and some people have unsubscribed to him, and I've gotten mad at him in the past. In fact, my old channel, I know I was blocked from his channel, but I still watched him. I still preferred his old content where he was more gun content, where he would either go shooting or he would show things like how to change parts out on guns, and or maybe make something that's kind of funny. He does more commentary videos now, but I don't know. I liked his old stuff, but I'll watch his new stuff, and he had a whole video tonight on a rant about, I guess, just a mean email he got and calling this person out. And I could tell it got to him too. And of course, both those people, Paul Harrell, who's over 800,000 subscribers, and I think the Yankee Marshal is 300 and something thousand. Big channels, it gets to them too. And being a really tiny channel like mine is, I don't know, I felt sympathy. For them because, I don't know, there's a lot of people out there that are either know-it-alls or just want to be mean or just break down other people. That's the whole point of their comment, is whatever you do, they have to be a contrarian. If you like something, they have to dislike it. Or they'll get something about your review or something you say and they nitpick it to death. Sometimes I'll get a comment about... I'll make something, kind of off the cuff about striker fired versus hammer fired, and how maybe in a gun like this, I prefer hammer fired. And somebody will come on there and say, "Oh, you're an idiot." And they literally write 4 paragraphs telling me how I'm wrong. And it's just like, man, I mean, it's totally cool if you disagree with me. Totally cool. And, I like having those conversations, but why are you going to say that I'm an idiot or I'm an amateur or I don't know what I'm talking about? I shouldn't make videos if I'm making this type of, comment or whatever. And it's just like why? Why did that little thing bother you so much? And I've always kind of felt like, I don't know, maybe it's my channel that attracts those types of people. But then when Paul Harrell was talking about stuff like that, and then the Yankee Marshal, and it got to them, and I would assume those guys who, with such a big channels and pretty much doing it full time, they would really be past the letting it get to you stage. But it was really kind of interesting to see both of them talk about stuff like that. And I don't know why we do this to ourselves as a gun community. We're all on the same page here. It's totally cool if you don't like the guns that I like. There was somebody recently on this channel where I was talking about this particular gun, the upgrades, and they said, I don't like Henry and I don't like those upgrades. I prefer it to be the wood stocks and the traditional. It's like, oh, well, I totally get that. That's really cool because the wood stock stuff looks beautiful, I wanted this one to be a little bit more tactical in nature. But I totally get that and respect that opinion, and we can have conversations. You don't have to, always be mean to me if you disagree with a comment or something that I do to a gun. And yeah, I should let all that stuff slide. I totally get it. But I guess sometimes when you're making content and it's on a daily basis, and you sit there and you go, man, I'm just trying to make something fun or interesting for people that want to watch it. And I don't know, they're just mean. So normally here on this channel, one of the things I love about this channel is pretty much because it's my behind the scenes channel and it's just the casual stuff where I'm sitting here in the garage at night talking or doing some project or whatever. Normally the people that subscribe to this channel are all nice. You're here because you want to be here. I don't think I really have any, if at all, people that just hate this channel. I do over on the main channel. I get people that no matter what video I make, as soon as it comes out, they thumbs down it. I've had that before. I haven't had that recently. Sometimes when I don't acknowledge them or they get banned from the channel or whatever, I think they just kind of get tired. I think they want to get mad at me for a little bit and then just kind of move on. But the people on this channel are awesome. I kind of wish this channel would take off a little bit more because I like the format of it. And just coming to you just through the phone, easy to make videos, chat about, whatever. As I said, the whole point of this channel is to have discussion with you guys like an average gun guy, like you hanging out with your gun friends at the water cooler at work and just chatting about whatever is going on in the world. And yeah, there's not really much, once again, going on in the firearms world. I know there's a little bit of stuff going on when it comes to the Supreme Court appearing to side with the government on the 80% receiver stuff. But I wouldn't worry about that too much. It's just because they have to go through certain procedures and things. But yeah, that's all that's going on. So upgraded my Henry with 2 more parts, but I think this thing is pretty much done. But that cheek riser is awesome. So if you get one of these stocks from Ranger Point, get that cheek riser. Hopefully tomorrow I'll meet a fan that's coming in from out of town, and I'm going to use that term lightly, fan. Just somebody that just wants to meet me. I guess maybe him and his wife that are in town on business or whatever. So I'll meet him at my range. And then just surprised to see that more content creators have been complaining about it. Because I think those mean comments are just, I don't know, it's just more and more lately. And I don't think it does the gun community any service. There's channels that I do not watch and don't like for a number of reasons. And I've mentioned, you guys know one that bothers me, the Arm Scholar, okay? There's something about him I don't like, okay? I don't like how all of his stuff is clickbait. I kind of feel like he is, I don't know. Just a lot about him rubs me the wrong way. But you know what I don't do? I don't go to his channel. I don't say mean things about him. And if I have any problems with him, I just mention that, hey, this is what he does. This is what I don't like. I don't call him a name. I don't say he's, whatever. I mean, I can come up with all these derogatory words, but I don't do that because that's not productive. It's not nice. It's not civilized. And he hasn't done anything to me personally. So just like you guys are allowed to criticize my content or how I do things, I'm allowed to criticize his content, because he puts it out there. And that's fine. Criticizing content or how you structure a video or what you say in a video is perfectly fine as long as the comment sticks to what the issue is. If you disagree with me about, I don't know, a gun, great. Let's have a conversation about it. But you don't have to call me a dickhead, a dickhead about it, or like when I'm talking about ATF pistol brace stuff. So many people would call me a bootlicker or whatever. You don't have to call me a name. You can just disagree with me. But anyway, just curious what you guys thought, and that's all I wanted to talk about tonight out here in the garage. So let me know what you guys are thinking about all this. And is there anything on this channel you guys would like to see me do that I don't do? Let me know. I'm always trying to think about improving this channel. Or do you guys like the content where I just sit here and talk to you guys? So whatever's good, I just try to make it different than the main channel. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good evening. So as always, thanks for watching.